What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Real Fox review. Today we'll be looking at the game Skyforge. Skyforge is currently in open beta, so feel free to go download it if this video has piqued your fancy. So let's start off. What is Skyforge? Skyforge is an MMORPG set in a sci-fi fantasy type universe. This game's art style, in my opinion, feels like, well, imagine if Final Fantasy and Star Wars got together and went on a date. Now, the date went perfect, and Final Fantasy knew he was going to get some later. Fast forward 9 months later, one broken condom later, and you have Skyforge. The mobs in this game feel like they would be from a Final Fantasy, Star Wars-ish type universe, and the environments feel very Star Wars-ish, with just a bit of Final Fantasy thrown in. So what is the main concept of the game? Well, you start out as an immortal and you work your way up to becoming an actual god. I'll be breaking this review into 7 parts, grading them out of 5 foxes, with 5 being perfect and 1 being a piece of crap. So, let's get started, shall we? First up, I want to dive right into the game's graphics and how well it runs. My computer is old. The fact I can run this game on medium-high settings and it runs as smooth as butter and looks absolutely amazing is a huge plus. Developers have optimized this game perfectly in my opinion. This game is beautiful in its art style. Animations of the mobs as well as your character are really fluid and look great. Really nothing else to say on this subject, to be honest. They got it right. 5 out of 5 foxes. Next, let's check out character creation. I want to say, since you can't delete or create a new character, I can't show you the specifics for the body creation of your character. All I can show you is how you can change your appearance on the fly. Body creation is not as detailed as other newer MMORPGs on the market, but still good enough you can make a unique looking character. I love how you can change your character style anytime you want in the game, and the fact hairstyles and other things that make your character unique aren't behind a paywall. I give this section 5 out of 5 foxes. Alright, time for the fun part. This game has a total of 13 unique classes to choose from. I will very briefly go into each class. If you're interested in more of an in-depth view of each class, just visit the official website for videos. Also, early on into playing the game offers you a chance to try out every class so you know what class to work towards. To go into a little more detail though, if you are a free-to-play person and download the game, you can choose between 3 starter classes: Lightbinder, Paladin, and Cryomancer. There is no pure healer class in the game. From there, you must work the way Atlas tree to unlock other classes. As you play the game and master it, you will eventually unlock all classes in the game and can freely swap to whatever class you find more fun or what your group needs. I won't go into too much detail with the Atlas as I plan to make a video better explaining it, so here's the classes the game has to offer. First up, we have a Paladin. Paladins are a tank class that use holy energy. Second, we have the Lightbinder. Lightbinders are a support class that shields allies and increases the damage of allies, as well as does surprisingly a large amount of damage. Third, we have the Cryomancer. Cryomancers are a mage class that is based around ice. They have a lot of crowd control. Fourth, we have the Knight. The Knight is your more typical physical tank class that uses a spear and shield. Fifth, we have the Alchemist. Alchemists are a support class that uses elixirs as well as sprays jizz all over the field to help damage and control the battlefield. Sixth, we have the Monk. Monks are a melee damage class that uses stances. They are very aerobatic and martial artsy in their combat. Seventh, we have the Warlock for males and Witch for females. They are a dark magic class that uses dots as well as potions to dominate the battlefield. Eighth, we have the Gunner. Gunners use a big ass gun that shoots bullets, rockets, and fucking laser beams. Ninth, we have the Slayer. Slayers are your typical melee assassin that can go invis and be annoying as hell. 10th, we have the Necro. Necros raise undead to do their bidding. They have good health leech and can also transform into a lich. Next, the Kinetic. The Kinetic uses power gloves to manipulate energy. They use this power to distort the surroundings and rip rocks from the earth and throw them at the enemy, Hulk style. Next up, we have the Archer. The Archer is your typical archer class that specializes in evasive combat. They use traps and gadgets as well as equipped elemental type arrows. Last, we have the Berserker. The Berserkers is a rage-induced warrior that has a giant-ass chainsaw-looking sword at his disposal. This game has a ton of classes as you see to fit anyone's playstyle, unless of course you're a healer person. This game also has no levels. Instead, it uses a prestige system that is affected by every little thing that you do in the game. At 30,000 prestige, you unlock your god form. I give this game's classes a solid 5 out of 5 foxes. Next up, we have the game's special features. This game offers something called the Order. Think of the Order like this. Imagine you are a god and people around the world want to worship you. Don't imagine anymore, this game offers that. The Order is basically your warship. You have provinces where you build temples, which you build chapels within each temple. This game also offers something else within the Order. I really don't want to say it, but I have to. You know the garrison crap from WoW? Well, you recruit people called adepts and you send them on missions for supplies and followers. You can also send adepts out to be missionaries so they can bring you back followers and other stuff. The Order is a major part of your game's progression. I wouldn't really call it fun, more so as it's so mandatory to do. I give the section 3 out of 5 foxes. I just don't find sending people out to do missions for you a very fun concept. Next up we have PvE. This game offers the following: raids, invasions, groups, squads, and regions. Just to touch upon each one, raids are your endgame content. I believe they are just 10-man limits, but I could be wrong. Invasions are also an endgame zone-wide event for players to participate in. Invasions are just that. Players must come together as a group to defeat a common enemy. Groups are 5-man dungeons. Squads are 3-man dungeons that are also soloable. Regions are open world zones where you will do a large amount of your quests and farming. I will say that this game's dungeons can be quite difficult. There is no healer class in this game, so a lot of mechanics and boss fights as well as trash mobs have skills that can one-shot you, or do at least half your HP. Health potions have a 2-minute cooldown, I think, or it may have been 1 minute and 30 seconds, I forget. A bad player will constantly die and drag a group down very easily in this game. That's really it as far as PvE is concerned in this game. Pretty typical for an MMORPG, nothing bad to really say. The difficulty is a welcome factor in a genre filled with Care Bear PvE. I give this section a 4 out of 5 foxes. I just want something new to a game besides kill X creatures, complete quests, or kill this boss. I'll be honest, I have dabbled in the PvP scene, but have not done it hardcore. From what I have heard and experienced, this game offers the following for PvP: 10 vs 10, 3v3, 6-player free-for-all, 100 vs 100, and Pantheon Wars, which are pretty much guild wars. All things considered, PvP seems pretty fun and straightforward. I'm really looking forward to endgame PvP though. I give PvP a 5 out of 5 foxes. If you love PvP, this game has a lot to offer. Dun dun dun! The thing that can kill a free-to-play MMORPG. Let's take a look at the game's cash shop and premium service. First, this game offers a premium service for about $12 a month to users. Premium service basically allows you to hit your caps, like your sparks, credits, etc. faster by giving you 50% more resources from quests or drops, as well as free teleport traveling. Caps are basically how much in-game gold, class resources, etc. you can earn in a week, which resets and goes higher every Wednesday for at least North America. Not sure about other countries. I won't go into too much detail because I plan on making a video for this topic, but a casual player playing about 3 to 4 hours a day will have no problem hitting caps. Things in this game, though, can be bought for Argents. Argents are what you trade your cash for. This can give players a prestige advantage, allowing them to cap out their temples and purchase enchantment stones for real money. But like before, even spending real money, you must still farm additional resources in-game in order to raise those things. It is a slight advantage, but I would not call it game-breaking. Premium service users and people that use real money are still gated behind weekly caps no matter what. This game offers a collector's edition as well as a standard edition of the game. Buying the collector's edition gives you 2 classes, the Alchemist and Knight, which you can unlock right away without working for them on the Atlas. Also, one thing to add is you can change your in-game currency into cash shop currency, so if you want premium service you won't have to pay a dime. Honestly, I don't feel this game is pay to win. It's more of a pay for a slight advantage early on that will equal out at endgame. I will be giving this section 5 out of 5 foxes. It's nice to see a company not go hardcore Jew mode and try to squeeze every penny out of its players if they want to be competitive. All in all, I have to give this game a 4 out of 5 foxes. This game isn't perfect, but it's definitely a game everyone should give a shot. It's still an open beta, so I'm sure a lot could change from now and a few months from now. Anyways, that's all for the review. Stay tuned for more videos describing the game in more detail. Thanks for watching.